different techniques for discovering your core values. Okay. So the first one, let me come back to this main screen here. So the first one says, what do I find intolerable? On the left-hand side, it says, I would consider it intolerable if an associate, every company has intolerables. Intolerables are essentially fireable offenses. What would get someone fired within this company? And so on the left-hand side, I want you to identify 3 intolerables within your company today. 3 intolerables. In other words, what would get someone fired in your company today? What would someone have to do to get fired? 3 intolerables. So Margarita, what would be an example? Margarita, in your company today, what would be an intolerable? What's an example?
Dishonesty.
Dishonesty,
False
good example.
advertising.
Yeah, good example. Dishonesty would be a good example of a intolerable, right? We're not going to put up with that. All right, so you've got intolerables. Now on the right-hand side, I'd like you to come up with, using one word if possible, what is the exact opposite of each intolerable? So Melissa, the opposite of being late would be?
Being on time.
Yeah, be on time. Mike, the opposite of stealing would be what?
Honesty.
Honesty. Yeah, good. So one word that describes the opposite of each intolerable. See what you come up with. And as you look at this list on the right-hand side, what have you just discovered? What do these look like?
Elements of what's important to us.
Yeah, core values. You've just come up with a short list of your company's core values on the right-hand side. Now, for whatever reason, for many people, it's easier to think of the negative, which is the intolerable, and then go from the intolerable to the core value. It's easier to go from the negative to the positive. But if you look on the right-hand side there, you've just identified, at least begun to identify, discover your company's core values. So this is one tool for discovering core values, starting with the intolerable. All right, let's look at a second tool. On the bottom of that page, it says, in my free time. Now, I know for many of you, this is going to be a difficult question because you don't have any free time, right? But in your free time, on the left-hand side, identify the 3 to 5 things that you enjoy doing most when you're not working. On the left-hand side, 3 to 5 things you enjoy doing most when you're not working. So for me, that would be travel, it'd be reading. I love playing tennis. It'd be playing tennis. It'd be exercising, being around family. Things that you enjoy doing most in your free time, on the weekends, vacations, on the left-hand side. And once you've come up with 3 to 5 of your favorite non-work activities, on the right-hand side, I want you, where it says why, I want you to identify one word that identifies the why behind each of those activities. So for me, tennis, the why is competition. I love to compete. I love to get out and compete. Travel, the one word for me would be adventure. Travel for me is an adventure, and I love a good adventure. So come up with one word for each activity that describes the why. Why do you enjoy this activity? Why do you spend so much time doing blank? So as you look at your list on the right-hand side under why, what have you just discovered about yourself? What do those look like? What have you just identified for yourself on the right-hand side?
Personal core values.
Beautiful. Margarita, you're right. You've just identified your personal